Hall of Fame. Congrats.
Scott, your group talked a lot about the importance of defending. How do you think you did in that front?
Well, chances were 10-5 for us, 5-on-5. We did a pretty good job. Obviously made 2 mistakes on the 2 goals. Gave up a shorthanded goal, power play goal. You know what? They're a pressure team, and for the most part there was some sloppiness there near the end of the first, in the second a little bit, in the sense of not getting pucks out of our zone, but also not getting through the neutral zone quick enough. But at the end of the day, we had chances. We had some opportunities, and took our foot off the gas a little bit in the second period. And like I said, we had a chance for 5-0 in the third period. I mean, we had opportunities to get back and tie that up, but you give up a shorty and a power play, it's on the wrong end of things.
Gabe thought you guys were maybe fed their transition a bit. Is that how you saw it also?
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I mean, they're quick to go in the opposite direction. Whether you turn the puck over in the offensive zone or coming through the neutral zone, they counter quick and they go the other way. But I don't think it all turned into offense. It just turned a lot more zone time than pure offense.
How do you think that Eric Kromrie did with, knowing he has a bigger role, and then they score 16 seconds. And overall, what did you?
Yeah, I mean, we got caught right off the bat there on a transition play, and I felt for him right away. But then he settled in. He made some big stops in that first there, and on the penalty kill, he had to make a couple of real big stops. We don't want him to. It's not a situation where he has to stop 40. That's not. We would need to play better in front of him. The couple of mistakes we made are things that we need to clean up for him. And whether it's him or it was Helly, you give up those kind of opportunities. You give up 4 goals, you're chasing the game. And I just, I thought that he was rock solid, and he's just his consistent self.
Did you say anything to him in particular after the game?
No, we'll talk tomorrow. Yeah.
In that sort of area between the top of the circles and your blue line where some of those pucks got turned over, what goes into that? Is it just execution, or is it maybe thinking about the next play in the neutral zone and just not being an option?
Sometimes you think you have more time. The one thing more time than you actually do. The one thing that with Carolina, they track hard from behind, but their D attack forward. So it's you're not used to playing a team like that. There's pressure coming from all angles, and you can't go east-west. There's no east-west against a team like that. It's north-south, and you can't. They track so well, and their D gap up really tight. I thought there was in the first there we had some great looks. We had some good opportunities, some odd mans that we didn't capitalize on in the sense of getting shots directed to the net front. But we did a good job of it in the second period. It wasn't as good, but that's just that's puck management. That's recognizing, do you have space to make the next play? Is that to chip it out, gain zones? Gaining zones sometimes against teams like that is what you need to do, just so you can get into that offensive side.
Gabe gets 2 goals today. One, probably puck luck paying him back from something earlier in the year. And then he was also a factor in those plays you're talking about, some of those rushes that maybe shots didn't end up happening. With that line, do you just basically say go create because they can do it, or do you have to sort of fine-tune it a bit?
No, I don't talk to them too much about their offense. They're in tune with each other pretty well. I thought Gabe could have shot a couple more. I think, like you probably noticed it as well. He had some looks where he tried to make one more pass. Even the second goal was trying to throw it across ice. That's just that's Gabe being Gabe. He doesn't want to be selfish about it. But there's sometimes with that shot of his, I'd like to see him take it a little bit more. But at the end of the day, he hadn't scored in a couple, and so it's nice to see him get a few.
As you guys go into this stretch without Connor Hellebuck, how much do you think the focus on defensive structure, like you said, and the urgency in that area can actually really help you guys later in the season?
Yeah, well, that's we've talked about it sort of the start. We got off to a real slow start in our defending, and it has to be whether it's Connor or Combs in the net. We have to have. There's a certain way we need to play each night, and this league is too good. If you give up quality, if you give up opportunities, teams are going to take advantage of it. So that is something that we have to continue. I'm happy that we give up five on chances. I'm happy about that part. I didn't like the 2 goals that went in, and obviously the other 2 that were on specialty teams. We'll look at that stuff and talk about it. But at the end of the day, our last 4 or 5 games has been a lot better, a lot more like how we want to play.
Scott, you haven't had to chase a lot of leads this year, but there was a lot of aggressiveness from all 5 players in the ice, especially in the third period. What can you say about kind of the decision making to sustain a lot of that ozone pressure?
Yeah, I don't know if it's, sometimes it might be the opposition sitting a little bit on it, on their lead. That was a big goal, the third one, after they had just scored on the power play. And you know what, we're a real solid and real good team, real hard team to play against. When we make teams play below the goal line, when we make them go down and we turn pucks over inside the line or try to get cute there, then it's, you're just chasing it. But I thought we did a real good job in the third of playing deeper to start. We either drove deep or we chipped the puck or we hard rimmed it, got those pucks back, and that created that kind of sort of the motion and movement to allow us to get some looks. I thought that, we'll have a little chat with our D-men. We had some real good plays where we spread them out and got them to the top, and we got those shots blocked. It's something else that kind of sort of limited those second, third opportunities that happen off of the scrambles, rebounds, tips, those type of things. So there's some areas that we need to clean up offensively as well.
What do you think of the line tweaks, how it worked in the third?
Yeah, that certainly has a lot to do with what I knew Roddy was up to there, obviously with his big guys, or his, the big line of his was stalling them. So I was just trying to get a match that was trying to work how we wanted to go. So it just sometimes you do it to spark it, and I thought we did all the lines did a pretty good job of creating some offense, some zone time.
Thank you.
Thank you.